Sophia got home, her mind racing with a storm of emotions. She paced back and forth in her room, clutching her phone tightly. After much hesitation, she dialed Zara's number. Zara picked up almost immediately. "Sophia, what's wrong? Your voice sounds shaky," Zara said with concern. "Zara, you won't believe what happened," Sophia began, her voice trembling. "Anthony, he lied to me. Everything he told me was a lie. He's not poor. His father is actually a senator, and he's not even the blue-skinned man I thought I fell in love with. Zara, he painted himself all this time to test me." "What?" Zara exclaimed, her voice rising in shock. "Are you serious? He lied about everything." "Yes," Sophia said, tears streaming down her face. "He said he wanted to see if someone could love him for who he was and not his looks or wealth. But Zara, this is too much. I feel so betrayed." Zara took a deep breath. "Sophia, listen to me. That guy is a liar and a manipulator. He doesn't deserve you. If he truly loved you, he wouldn't have gone to such ridiculous lengths to test you. Who does that? Don't accept him back. He doesn't love you. He only loves himself." Sophia was silent for a moment. "But Zara, what if he really does love me? What if he's just been hurt in the past and didn't know how to trust again?" "Sophia, stop it," Zara snapped. "You're too good for him. Do you know how many men out there would kill to have a loyal, kind-hearted woman like you? And this is how he treats you? By lying to you for months? No, my dear, don't fall for it. He's a big liar and a cheat. Move on with your life." Sophia wiped her tears. "I don't know, Zara. I need time to think." Zara scoffed. "Think all you want, but mark my words. If you go back to him, he'll hurt you again. Men like Anthony don't change." After the call ended, Sophia sat quietly on her bed, staring at the wall. Her mind was a whirlwind of emotions. Anthony's voice, his confession, and the look on his face when she stormed off replayed in her mind over and over. Just then her phone buzzed. It was a text from Anthony. "Sophia, please let me explain everything. I didn't mean to hurt you. I love you with all my heart. Please give me one chance to make this right." Sophia's heart ached, but she didn't respond. She placed the phone down and started crying. Meanwhile, Zara sat in her room, her jealousy burning like a wildfire. She picked up her phone and dialed Anthony's number. The line rang twice before Anthony picked up. "Hello, Zara," Anthony said flatly. He wasn't in the mood for small talk, especially after all the drama. Zara's voice, however, was filled with fake concern. "Anthony, I heard what happened between you and Sophia. I'm really sorry she's treating you like this. You don't deserve it." Anthony frowned. "What are you talking about?" Zara sighed dramatically. "Anthony, I just feel bad for you. You're such a good guy. And yet Sophia, she's not who you think she is." Anthony's tone grew cold. "Zara, stop beating around the bush. What are you trying to say?" Zara smiled to herself. This was her moment. "I'm saying Sophia isn't as innocent as she pretends to be. Do you know how she paid her fees in school? She slept with wealthy men. She doesn't love you, Anthony. She's just after your money, like she's always been with other men." Anthony's grip on his phone tightened. "Zara, stop lying. I know Sophia better than that." "I'm not lying," Zara snapped. "You think you know her, but you don't. She's been playing you, Anthony. Open your eyes." Anthony's voice was sharp. "Enough, Zara. I don't believe a word you're saying. Sophia is not like that, and you know it. You're the liar here." Before Zara could respond, Anthony hung up the phone. He was furious. How could Zara stoop so low? Zara, on the other hand, was livid. She slammed her phone on the table and paced the room. "Oh, how I dislike that Sophia," she hissed. "She always gets the good things, the friends, the love, the admiration. And now Anthony? I'll make sure she doesn't go back to him. I will poison her mind and ruin everything for her." Ethan couldn't sit back and watch the tension between his two closest friends. He decided to take matters into his own hands. He called Sophia and asked if they could meet for lunch at her favorite restaurant. Reluctantly, she agreed. When Sophia arrived at the small, cozy restaurant, Ethan was already waiting at a corner table. He stood up as she approached, pulling out a chair for her. "Thanks for coming, Sophia," Ethan said with a warm smile. Sophia sat down, crossing her arms. "What do you want, Ethan? If this is about Anthony, I'm not sure I want to hear it." Ethan sighed. "Sophia, I get it. You're upset, and you have every right to be. But please, hear me out. Sophia looked at him, her expression guarded. Fine, I'm listening. Ethan leaned forward. Look, Anthony messed up. He lied, and he shouldn't have done that. But you know why he did it. You've seen how people have treated him because of his appearance. He thought pretending to be poor would help him find someone who truly loved him for who he is, not for his money or his family's status. Sophia frowned. But he didn't trust me enough to tell me the truth, Ethan. How can I be with someone who starts off with lies? Ethan nodded. I understand how you feel. But think about this. Anthony didn't lie to hurt you. He lied because he's been hurt so many times before. You've seen his heart, Sophia. You know he's not a bad person. Don't let this one mistake ruin something beautiful. Sophia looked down at her hands. I don't know, Ethan. I need time to think. It's not easy to forgive when you feel betrayed. Ethan reached across the table and gently placed his hand over hers. Sophia, I'm not saying it'll be easy, but don't let pride or anger stop you from being with someone who truly loves you. Anthony has been miserable since you left. He told me himself he loves you more than anything. And I can see it, Sophia. It's real. Sophia's eyes filled with tears, but she quickly blinked them away. I just don't know if I can trust him again, Ethan. Ethan gave her a reassuring smile. Take your time, think about it. But remember, no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. What matters is how we grow from them. Anthony is a good guy, Sophia. Don't let anyone, not even Zara, make you believe otherwise. Sophia nodded slowly. I will think about it, Ethan. That's all I can promise right now. Ethan smiled. That's all I'm asking. Thank you for listening. Sophia couldn't deny her feelings any longer. No matter how hard she tried, she missed Anthony deeply. His smile, his kindness, and even his silly jokes replayed in her mind. As she paced her small living room, her phone rang. Seeing Anthony's name on the screen, her heart skipped a beat. She hesitated for a moment before answering. Hello, Anthony, she said softly, her voice carrying both longing and uncertainty. Hi, Sophia, Anthony began, his tone full of remorse. I know I've apologized a million times, but I can't stop thinking about how much I hurt you. I never meant to. I was just scared and I made a stupid mistake. Please, Sophia, forgive me. I love you so much, and I'll do anything to make it up to you. Sophia closed her eyes, tears forming as she listened to the sincerity in his voice. Anthony, I've been so hurt, but I can't deny how much I love you. I forgive you. Anthony let out a sigh of relief, his voice brightening. You have no idea how happy you've made me, Sophia. I promise you no more lies. I'll always be honest with you from now on. Thank you for giving me another chance. I love you, Anthony, Sophia said, a small smile forming on her lips. I love you too, Sophia, more than you'll ever know, Anthony replied. After the call ended, Sophia sat down, feeling a sense of peace she hadn't felt in days. Just as she was settling in, her phone rang again. It was Zara. Sophia, Zara said sharply, I heard Ethan is out there apologizing on Anthony's behalf. Don't listen to him. Ethan is confused, just like Anthony. Those two are not worth your time. Sophia took a deep breath before responding. Zara, I'm sorry, but I've let everything go. I forgave Anthony. I love him and we're back together. There was a long pause before Zara finally spoke. Fine, wish you luck then. But as soon as the call ended, Zara's calm face cracked. She threw her phone onto the bed and screamed into her pillow. This can't be happening, she muttered, pacing her room. Sophia always gets the good things, but not this time. Anthony will be mine. As she thought about how to sabotage their relationship, a wicked idea struck her. Greg, she whispered to herself. A sly smile crept onto her face. Of course, Greg hates Anthony with passion. If anyone can help me ruin him, it's Greg. Zara grabbed her bag and headed out to find Greg. She knew exactly where he'd be, at the sports bar downtown, likely in his usual spot. When she arrived, she spotted him sitting at a corner table, a drink in hand. His expression was serious, and he looked deep in thought. Greg? Zara called out as she approached, her smile calculated and confident. Greg looked up, his eyes narrowing as he recognized her. Zara, what do you want? I need your help, Zara said, pulling up a chair without waiting for an invitation. Greg raised an eyebrow. With what? It's about Anthony, Zara said. I want him out of Sophia's life, and I know you don't like him either. Together we can—" Greg cut her off, raising a hand. "Stop right there, Zara. I'm not getting involved in anything concerning Anthony or Sophia." Zara frowned, taken aback. "What? Why not? I thought you couldn't stand him." Greg sighed, leaning back in his chair. "It's not about whether I like him or not. His father is a wealthy senator, and he's extremely powerful. If anything happens to Anthony, it won't end well for anyone involved. I'm not risking my neck for this." "But Greg," Zara protested, "this has nothing to do with his father. It's personal." Greg shook his head firmly. "I said no, Zara. Let it go. If you're smart, you will too." Zara's expression darkened. She stood up abruptly, her frustration evident. "Fine," she snapped. "I will handle it myself." Zara stormed out of Greg's presence, her mind filled with bitterness and determination. She had expected him to jump at the opportunity to team up against Anthony, but his refusal only fueled her anger. As she walked down the dimly lit streets, she muttered under her breath, her thoughts racing wildly. "Greg is such a coward," she fumed. "How could he turn his back on this chance? Does he think Anthony's father is untouchable? Everyone has a weakness, and I will find Anthony's. He can't keep winning. He must be mine forever." When Zara got home, she dropped her bag on the couch and paced her small living room. Her mind replayed the last few months, from the moment she laid eyes on Anthony to now. She had been drawn to his charm and the mystery surrounding him. At first, it was the idea of his wealth that captivated her, but somewhere along the way, she started to want him for herself. Why does Sophia get everything? Zara asked herself, her voice trembling with jealousy. She's not even as smart or as beautiful as people think. And now she's walking around with a man like Anthony while I'm left with nothing. Zara sat down and rubbed her temples, trying to think of her next move. Then it hit her. If Greg wouldn't help her, she'd find someone else who would. Someone who didn't care about Anthony's father or the consequences. But first, she needed to figure out how to break Anthony and Sophia apart. Anthony decided it was time to officially introduce Sophia to his mother. He wanted to take their relationship to the next level, and gaining his mother's approval was an important step. Anthony's mother, Mrs. Grace, was known for her warmth and wisdom. She had always told Anthony that when he found the right woman, he would know, and he was certain Sophia was that woman. Sophia was nervous as they drove to Mrs. Grace's house. "Anthony, what if your mom doesn't like me?" she asked. Anthony chuckled and took her hand. "Relax, my love. She'll adore you. How could she not? You're amazing." Sophia smiled, though her heart was still racing. When they arrived, Mrs. Grace welcomed them with open arms. She was a regal woman with a kind face, dressed in a simple yet elegant outfit. Her smile widened when she saw Sophia. "So this is the beautiful lady my son has been telling me about," Mrs. Grace said. Embracing Sophia warmly, "Welcome, my dear. You're already part of the family." Sophia blushed. "Thank you, Ma. It's an honor to meet you." As they settled into the cozy living room, Mrs. Grace studied Sophia closely, but lovingly. "Anthony, you've chosen well," she said with a nod of approval. "Sophia, I can see the kindness in your eyes and the strength in your spirit. You're exactly what Anthony needs." Anthony grinned, proud of the woman by his side. "Thank you, Mum. I knew you'd love her." Mrs. Grace leaned closer to Sophia and gently took her hand. "Let me tell you something, my dear. In this family, we value love, respect, and honesty. I can already tell you bring all of that into Anthony's life. I can't wait for you to officially become my daughter-in-law." Sophia's heart swelled with gratitude. "Thank you so much, Ma. Your words mean a lot to me. I promise to always respect and support Anthony." Mrs. Grace smiled. "Good girl, and don't call me Ma. You can call me Mum now." Sophia laughed softly, feeling a wave of relief and acceptance. As they sat down for dinner, Mrs. Grace's excitement bubbled over. "Anthony," she said, turning to her son, "when are you planning to give me grandchildren? You know I'm not getting any younger." Anthony laughed, his face turning slightly red. "Mom, let's take it one step at a time." Sophia, equally embarrassed, laughed nervously. "We're still figuring things out," she said softly. Mrs. Grace waved her hand dismissively. "Nonsense. You two are perfect for each other. I can already see little ones running around this house. Sophia, you're going to make a wonderful mother." The conversation continued with warmth and laughter. Sophia felt more at ease as the evening went on. She realized that Anthony's mother wasn't just kind, she was also deeply supportive and loving. As they were leaving, Mrs. Grace hugged Sophia tightly. "You're a blessing to this family, Sophia. Don't let anyone or anything come between you and Anthony. Always fight for your love." Sophia nodded, her heart full. "Thank you, Mum. I won't." Anthony held her hand as they walked to the car. "See, I told you she would love you," he said with a playful smile. Sophia smiled back. Anthony leaned closer and kissed her forehead. "And so are you, my love. I'm the luckiest man alive." Ethan was excited when he heard that Anthony had introduced Sophia to his mother. He knew how much Anthony cared for Sophia and believed this was a step towards something beautiful. Wanting to share the news, he casually mentioned it to Zara one evening. "Zara, did you hear? Anthony has introduced Sophia to his parents. His mum even called her my future daughter-in-law," Ethan said, grinning. Zara forced a smile, her heart boiling with envy. "Oh, that's wonderful. I'm happy for them, Ita," she said, her voice dripping with fake smile. Ethan, oblivious to her true feelings, nodded. "I knew you'd be. They deserve all the happiness in the world." As soon as Ethan left, Zara dropped the pretense. Her face twisted with anger. "Sophia again," she hissed. "How does she always win?" "No, this time I'll make sure she loses everything, even if it's the last thing I do." Driven by jealousy and desperation, Zara decided to take a drastic step. Late at night, she headed to a secluded village known for its powerful native doctor. The path was dark and eerie, but Zara didn't care. In her mind, she kept repeating, "If I can't have Anthony, no one will." When she arrived, the native doctor, an elderly man with piercing eyes, was sitting outside his shrine, surrounded by candles and strange carvings. He looked up as Zara approached. "Why have you come here, child?" he asked in a deep, commanding voice. Zara hesitated for a moment, then said, "I need your help, Baba. I want you to—" She swallowed hard. "I want you to make someone disappear forever." The native doctor's expression darkened. "Who is this person you speak of?" Zara hesitated, then blurted, "Her name is Sophia. She's supposed to be my friend, but she's taken everything from me. She took Anthony, and now he's even introduced her to his parents." At the mention of Sophia's name, the native doctor's eyes widened. He leaned back, stroking his long grey beard. Suddenly, he laughed, a deep, unsettling laugh that sent chills down Zara's spine. "Do you know who you speak of?" the native doctor asked, his tone grave. "Sophia is not an ordinary soul. Her spirit is protected by forces far greater than you can imagine. Even the wind whispers her name with reverence." Zara's confidence wavered. "But Baba, I can pay you anything you want. I just need her out of the way." The native doctor shook his head firmly. "No amount of money or gifts can make me meddle with her destiny. You may sharpen a knife, but if it's not meant to cut, it won't. Return home, Zara, and cleanse your heart. Confess your sins and seek forgiveness from Sophia. If you don't, the burden of your envy will destroy you." Zara's face fell. "But Baba—" "Go," the native doctor thundered, pointing to the path, "before your own darkness consumes you." Defeated and angry, Zara left the shrine. Her thoughts were chaotic as she trudged home. Confess? Apologies to Sophia? Never, she thought bitterly. But what did he mean by saying her spirit is strong? Is Sophia really untouchable? That night, Zara sat in her room, her mind racing. Sophia always gets the good things. The native doctor might be afraid, but I'm not. If I can't use magic, I'll find another way to deal with her. Anthony will be mine. 2 weeks later, Anthony took Sophia out for a romantic dinner at a fancy rooftop restaurant overlooking the city. As the soft glow of lanterns lit up the evening sky, Anthony got down on one knee and held out a sparkling diamond ring. "Sophia," he began, his voice full of emotion, "you've brought light and love into my life. Since my parents have welcomed you with open arms and my heart beats only for you, I don't want to wait any longer. I want to make you my wife. Will you marry me?" Sophia's hands flew to her mouth as tears welled up in her eyes. She nodded quickly, unable to speak for a moment. "Yes, Anthony, I'll marry you," she finally said, her voice trembling with joy. Anthony slipped the ring onto her finger, and the rooftop erupted into applause from the other diners. He held her close, whispering, "I love you so much. No man will ever take you from me, Sophia. We're getting married in 2 weeks." Sophia's eyes widened in shock. 2 weeks, she asked. Anthony grinned. Yes, my love. Why wait when we know we're meant to be? Everything will be perfect, trust me. Sophia smiled and nodded in agreement. Later that evening, Sophia couldn't wait to share the news with her best friend. She called Zara, her voice filled with excitement. Zara, guess what? Sophia said, her words tumbling out quickly. Anthony proposed to me tonight. We're getting married in 2 weeks. There was a long pause on the other end before Zara replied, her tone forced but polite. Wow, Sophia, that's amazing. Congratulations, I'm happy for you. Thank you, Sophia beamed. And Zara, I want you to be my chief bridesmaid. You're my best friend. I couldn't imagine anyone else by my side on my big day. Zara's jaw tightened, but she forced a smile into her voice. Of course, Sophia, I'd be honored. After the call ended, Zara threw her phone onto the bed and let out a frustrated scream. Tears streamed down her face as she paced her room. This can't be happening, she cried. Anthony is mine. He's supposed to marry me, not Sophia. She clenched her fists, her mind swirling with jealousy and rage. She sat on the edge of her bed, her thoughts dark and bitter. I can't let this happen, she muttered. Sophia may think she's won, but as the elders say, the hen may lay eggs, but not all will hatch. I will find a way to break them apart. I must eat from Anthony's wealth. I must be his wife. Sophia and Zara stepped into a high-end bridal boutique the next day, the air filled with the soft hum of wedding melodies. Zara, masking her bitterness with a fake smile, picked up a sparkling tiara. This would look perfect on you, Sophia, she said, handing it over. Sophia grinned, her face glowing with excitement. Thanks, Zara. I just want everything to be perfect for Anthony. I can't wait to walk down the aisle. Zara's smile tightened. Of course it'll be perfect, she said, her voice almost dripping with sarcasm. You deserve it. As they walked around selecting dresses and accessories, Sophia suddenly excused herself. I'll be right back, Zara. I need to use the bathroom. Take your time, Zara said sweetly, watching Sophia walk away. The moment Sophia disappeared, Zara's expression darkened. Enjoy this moment while it lasts, Sophia. The hen may dance today, but it doesn't know what the fox is planning for tomorrow. While Sophia was in the bathroom, her phone rang. She picked it up and saw it was her mother. Smiling, she answered, Hi, Mum. Sophia, her mother's voice came through, serious and urgent. How are you, my beloved daughter? I'm fine, Mum. Zara and I are shopping for the wedding. I'm so excited. Her mother's tone grew sharper. Listen to me, Sophia. I had a terrible dream about Zara last night. Be careful around her. She may not be the friend you think she is. Sophia frowned. Mum, not again. You've never liked Zara, and I don't know why. She's been my best friend since forever. My child, her mother interrupted, it's not about liking or not liking. Dreams are warnings. As they say, when the mouse laughs at the cat, it means there's a hole nearby. Just be careful and don't forget to pray. You are about to enter a new chapter in life. Not everyone around you wants your happiness. Sophia sighed. Mum, I appreciate your concern, but Zara wouldn't hurt me. I trust her. Trust is good, my daughter, her mother replied, her voice softening. But wisdom is better. Even salt looks like sugar, but their taste is different. Be watchful and prayerful. I'm praying for you, and I can't wait to dance at your wedding. Sophia chuckled. Thanks, Mum. I'll be careful. And don't worry, you'll dance so much that day, people will think you're the bride. Her mother laughed heartily. You and your jokes, Sophia. Just take my words seriously. I will, Mum. Love you. Love you too, my darling. Stay blessed. Sophia came back and saw Zara looking at a shiny pair of shoes. Those shoes are beautiful, Sophia said, forgetting the serious talk she just had with her mother. Zara gave a small smile. They're nice, but you deserve something even better. Let's keep looking for something more stunning. As they kept shopping, Zara secretly watched Sophia, her face full of excitement. Zara thought to herself, she doesn't even see what's coming. Her happiness is like a ripe mango hanging low, ready to be taken. Zara walked quickly to an abandoned, incomplete building on the outskirts of town. The walls were cracked and the floor was littered with broken bricks and empty bottles. Inside, a group of rough-looking young men sat smoking and playing cards. They turned to Zara as she entered, curiosity and suspicion in their eyes. One of them, a tall man with a scar running down his cheek, spoke up. What brings a fine lady like you here? he asked, blowing smoke into the air. Zara didn't waste time. She pulled out her phone and showed them a picture of Sophia. "This is the girl," she said, her voice low but firm. "Her name is Sophia. She'll be wearing this hairstyle." She pointed to Sophia's neat braids in the photo. "She'll be staying at a guest house in town. She likes to step outside when she gets a phone call." The men exchanged glances, and another, a short, muscular guy, leaned forward. "And what do you want us to do with her?" he asked, though the smile on his face showed he already knew the answer. Zara's face hardened. "Make sure she doesn't walk back inside that guest house. When you see her step out, take her down. Don't just shoot once. Finish the job. I want no mistakes." The scar-faced man raised an eyebrow. "This sounds dangerous. You sure about this?" Zara pulled out a wad of cash from her bag and dropped it on the dusty table. "Half now," she said coldly, "and the other half when the job is done." The men nodded, greed lighting up their faces as they grabbed the money. "Consider it done," Scarface said, tucking the cash into his pocket. As Zara walked out of the building, a chill ran down her spine, but she quickly pushed it away. "Her happiness will not last," she muttered to herself. "If I can't have Anthony, then she can't either." She climbed into her car and sped off, leaving a trail of dust behind her. A few days before the wedding, Sophia and Anthony, along with a few close friends, were at a guest house, enjoying the evening. The music was loud, and everyone was in high spirits, laughing and dancing. Sophia stepped outside to take a call from Zara, walking a bit further away from the noise to hear better. "Hey Zara, what's up?" Sophia greeted her cheerfully. Zara's voice came through, pretending to sound excited. "Hey girl, just checking in. How's everything going?" Sophia started talking about the plans, unaware of the danger closing in. Meanwhile, two men were sneaking around, hiding behind some bushes nearby. They were armed with silenced guns, moving quietly so no one could hear them. The men were aiming at Sophia, who was still lost in her conversation. They fired a shot from a distance, but because of the silencer, the sound was nearly silent. The first bullet missed, hitting the wall behind Sophia. Lost in her conversation, she didn't even flinch, completely unaware of what was happening. The men tried again, firing multiple shots in her direction, but none of the bullets found their mark. Just as they were about to take closer aim, two policemen who were in the area saw the armed men and started running towards them. The men tried to escape, but the police caught up with them and arrested them before they could get too far. Still on the phone, Sophia didn't know what had happened around her. She was in too deep into the conversation with Zara to notice the chaos. Zara, unaware of the police chase, asked, "So, did you see anyone strange around you?" Sophia looked around but saw nothing. "No, it's just quiet here. I'm fine." Zara quickly responded, "Good, well don't keep them waiting too long, okay? Go back inside and enjoy yourself." "Okay, I'll be right in." "Bye, Zara," Sophia said, ending the call with a smile as she walked back into the guest house. Back at her home, Zara tried to reach the hitmen, but their phones were switched off. She began to panic. "Why is Sophia still alive?" she muttered, pacing her living room. "What went wrong?" Before she could think further, the sound of sirens filled her street. Zara froze, her heart pounding as the police stopped in front of her house. "Open the door," an officer shouted. "We know you're in there." Zara's mind raced. She knew the hired gunman must have confessed. Her plan had failed, and now her whole world was crumbling. "No!" she screamed, grabbing a gun from her drawer. The officers continued banging on the door, demanding she open it. But Zara, consumed by fear and despair, couldn't face the consequences of her actions. She held the gun to her head, tears streaming down her face. "I should have just walked away," she whispered bitterly. The sound of a single gunshot rang out. The police broke down the door moments later, finding Zara lifeless on the floor. Later that night, the police called Sophia to inform her of Zara's confession. They explained how the hired gunman had admitted everything, that Zara had planned to end her life out of jealousy and greed. Sophia dropped the phone, her mother's words echoing in her mind. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she picked up the phone again to call her mother. "Mum," she said, her voice trembling, "you were right. Zara wasn't the friend I thought she was. I trusted her and she tried to kill me." Her mother's voice was calm but firm. "My daughter, I warned you. Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend. From now on, always pray for wisdom. God has saved you from evil." "I will, Mum," Sophia replied. "I have learnt my lesson. No more best friends, just you and Anthony." Her mother chuckled lightly. "Good girl, now get some rest. I still need my strength to dance on your wedding day." Sophia smiled faintly, her heart heavy but grateful for her second chance at life. As she lay down to rest that night, she silently thanked God for protecting her, vowing never to let her guard down again. A few days later, Sophia and Anthony finally got married in a grand, lavish ceremony. The venue was beautifully decorated, with flowers everywhere, and the guests were all smiles, celebrating their love. It was a dream come true for Sophia, who had been through so much to get to this moment. The wedding was everything they had hoped for, elegant, joyful, and filled with love. Sophia was radiant in her beautiful wedding gown, and Anthony stood proudly by her side, a huge smile on his face. They exchanged vows, promising to support each other forever. As they danced their first dance, surrounded by their loved ones, Sophia felt peace in her heart. The past had been full of challenges, but she had learned valuable lessons about trust, love, and loyalty. She knew that Anthony was her true love, and nothing would come between them. Dear viewers, what lessons did you take away from this dramatic tale? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.